string works. It's not working. Is it working? I'll be darned. I think it is. Can you hear me? Because typically the sound doesn't work whenever I don't have it turned on ahead of time, and I had it off. I'm trying to get, like, your microphone's not coming on either. I don't know why. Okay, that one came on. Okay. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. It's something to do with the network. It was working perfectly all morning, and just literally 2 minutes before we were going live, it said, nope, I ain't going to do it. And I have no idea. I went all the way down to the shop, restarted everything down there. That didn't seem to help. I put on different cables. That didn't seem to help. It just finally said, okay, I guess I'll work now. So here we are. I guess we're live. Slide in here sideways, Bill. Are you? Can you hear me, though? You are heard. Okay, good. I'm telling you, it's that Rosa thing. You can believe what you want, but I'm telling you, that's what it is. I said on the biggest things in life, there's nobody luckier. On the little things in life, you better look out, because it just doesn't ever work. It's just always something. Always. It's all day long, every day. Let me calm down with this. When the melody's been written and the words have all been penned, and you've heard the Spirit calling through some old sacred hymn, in the valley of decision, tell me, friend, what will you do? This life has many choices, eternity has too. This world and all its pleasures will soon be cast away. The final invitation will be going out today. You're standing at the crossroad, and the Savior's calling you. This life has many choices, eternity has too. The straight and narrow way leads to life, the broad way down below. What would it profit to gain the world and lose your very soul? Tomorrow is uncertain, our days on earth are few. This life has many choices, eternity has too. This life has many choices, eternity has too. I'm amazed I got through that. I think I had a little help on that one. Oh my gosh. It's just been one frustrating morning. Bill's here.
I'm glad I didn't do this yesterday. I'd have got a complex.
Oh my gosh. Well, it sort of did a little bit. Well, it did it Monday, I guess it was. It gave me trouble Monday. Oh my gosh. I don't know where to go looking for the problem, because it just seems totally intermittent. And when they're intermittent, that's the hardest thing to fix. Well, let's see. Can we move on from there? Many of you had talked about the Help Us on the Way song, and I thought, well, there's an equally fine song right there. Eternity has too. I thought you might get a kick out of that one. Let's see. It's raining today, and yesterday morning when I went out to the Ranger to make those little video clips for you, there was no dew on the ground. And so I knew it was going to rain. Now, Sue's weather guesser said it wasn't supposed to rain till today, but it started raining at 7 o'clock last night. So the dew was more accurate than the weather guessers. Once again, always is. The dew, well, you can't tell. If it's already raining overnight, you can't tell because everything's wet. But if it's a dry day and you get up in the morning and there's no dew, you can bet your hat it's going to get some kind of rain. Maybe only be a sprinkle for 5 minutes, but you'll get some kind of rain that day.
I can confirm that because when I walked out yesterday morning, I looked at my motorcycle seat and it was dry, and I thought, "Uh-oh, it's going to rain."
Yeah, yeah.
It was late.
It's a fact. I mean, you can take it to the bank. Well, we had a visitor in the shop yesterday, the Vic Flowers family, and nice people. And Vic was a customer. You probably saw the video on his mandolin. I think it was the 2-point Alvarez mandolin, I believe is what it was. Don't ask me what video number because I don't know.
I think somebody put, or he put, started at 109.
109?
109.
Wow, that's an early one. Yeah. Well, I recognize his face.
You were still in the shop up on the hill.
Pardon me?
You were still in the shop up on the hill.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't hear him say that. But, well, then it was a very, very early video. And I recognize him and his wife both, but, that's about as far as it gets with me. I recognize faces, but remembering names and things, forget it.
From Duncanville, Texas.
I tried to talk his boys. They're already playing brass instruments, but I tried to talk them into getting involved in stringed instruments and, mandolin, whatever. And I don't know. They were kind of on the fence about it, so I don't know if they'll commit or not, but it would be kind of cool if they did. I thought we really had a nice program planned for you this morning. I'm hoping we can still salvage it. Sorry for all the trouble. I did this yesterday.
My friends, I'm making some more boxes. I'm finding these are very handy. So I've got one part cut out there, and I'm telling it to cut out that same part again, and it's in there cutting it out. It does such a wonderful job. I'm just so thrilled to have this machine. I'll show you what it looks like when I get a little further along. As you can probably see, I've got 2 boxes finished. I'm on the 3rd box, and I've got an extra side there. I just tried to use up the material as best I can, and so I'll actually end up with even an extra side, or maybe even 2 more extra sides. I'm not sure. But regardless, I'll have the ends after this is cut out. And then whenever I have extra pieces like that, well, then I'm going to reorganize the job to cut out what I need to make more boxes. And I'll save all those files so that I can use them down the road again.
And all I meant by that is that each piece of wood I have is only so big, and so I can only make so many parts on that particular board. And it's not enough board there to make the whole box. So I put a few of these parts on this board and a few of those parts on the next board, and then I end up with odd numbers of parts. So what I'll do is I'll make another file that will, when I have that many odd number parts, that I can, put some more parts on another board and then make an even number of boxes. And I don't know, it's hard to explain, but maybe that'll make sense. I don't know if it will or not. So anyway, I'm making more boxes, and here they are. Let's see. Well, I got actually 3 of them made like that. There's one more on the floor there, but anyway, Bill gave me some gifts this morning too. Before I show you those gifts, I just tell you what I was making the boxes for. I'm going to put some different ancient Native American artifacts in there, like the hand axes and some things like that. I'm going to partition the boxes off, and then when we're showing these things when people come visiting, like Vic Flowers family, we can, it'd be easier access. Right now we're in a cardboard box. It doesn't look too impressive. So anyway, well, here's the gifts from Bill this morning. And the first one here, I'll probably get it upside down, of course, and I do. But there you go. That's very nice. He's got the yellow roses on there, and Sadie. Very nice. Very nice collar there. You made that yourself.
I thought I made it too big, but after seeing her, I'm thinking that's probably just about right size.
I think it is about the right size. It looks really good. He also gave me this. If it'll focus, of course it won't, but that's okay because it just never does when you want it to. Never does. Focus for a brief millimeter of a second there. Anyway, it's a Harley Davidson pick. You got that while you were where?
From the museum in Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee,
Davidson
Wisconsin.
Yep.
Cool. Well, thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. Let's see. And the title of the video is that I've got the first wall finished. Again, it was 102 yesterday according to the thermometer, and I was inside the shop there. My wife helped me out by turning the air off while I was at lunch, and it never did cool back off. Whatever. That's all I can say. Here's that video. My friends, wall number 1 is finished. Now you can see how it looks. This will be stood up. That will be the top of the wall. I let the top of the wall run wild, as they say. That's what carpenters call it when you don't cut it off. The actual wall ends about right there, but I know there's going to be a floor, above it, and I just didn't know where I wanted to cut it off yet, so I decided to let it run wild, and then we can cut it off later. This end, I've held the siding up just about a 1/4 inch all the way along the 2x4, so the siding shouldn't sit on the concrete, but the 2x4 will, of course. And this wall is the wall that goes up against the rock wall that's already there, the retaining wall. So there's no windows in this one, so that's why I started with this one first. The other 2 walls on the downstairs floor, one will have a door, the other one will have a double window. So anyway, quite a bit of work to do yet, but step 1 is complete. And I know if I don't clarify, somebody will point it out, but I said this goes against the rock wall. There's a 2-foot space between the rock wall and the wall I just built there. And there's a swale in the concrete to let the water run down past it. So it theoretically should stay relatively dry. And just will be what it will be, but that's the best I could do. Let's see. Today's plans, I probably will make some more boxes since it's raining, and maybe just mess around with the, laser cutter some more. And if it does clear up, I might build that next wall. But the first thing I got to do is move that wall out of the way. Now, the question is, how am I going to move it? And I haven't figured all that out yet, but I got enough equipment I should be able to. It won't be too hard. I mean, it's not that heavy to pick up. I mean, I can upend it, I should say it that way. Picking up the whole wall is pretty heavy, but I should be able to stand it up, I don't think, without too much trouble. I mean, I'm only 69. I ought to be able to do that. And anyway, but the thing is, I'm going to have to do something with it after I stand it up. So I think I'm going to somehow get it down there and go ahead and put it in place and just brace it up by itself, because I don't have any place else to store it right now. There's just
You say I'm a drunk and can't be trusted. Ever since I wrecked my truck and got arrested, and I do all the things I shouldn't do. Oh, but if Jesus can forgive me, why can't you? If Jesus can forgive me, why can't you? When he knows what I've done and all I'm gonna do. Yeah, he's the king of second chances, and he's cleansed me through and through. Oh, if Jesus can forgive me, why can't you? say I'm a liar and a cheater, and when I'm on a drunk, there's no one meaner. And I hit you while I was drinking, that's no excuse. Oh, but if Jesus can forgive me, why can't you? If Jesus can forgive me, why can't you? When he knows what I've done and all I'm gonna do. Yeah, he's the king of second chances, and he's cleansed me through and through. Oh, if Jesus can forgive me, why can't you? Well, I wrote you a letter to say I'm sorry. I know I done you wrong, yet still I worry. And I hope you're living the good life that you're due. Oh, but if Jesus can forgive me, why can't you? Oh, if Jesus can forgive me, why can't you? When he knows what I've done and all I'm gonna do. Yeah, he's the king of second chances, and he's cleansed me through and through. Oh, if Jesus can forgive me, why can't you? Oh, if Jesus can forgive me, why can't you? I know Jesus has forgiven me. Why can't you?
Very nice. Good job. You want to do Dirt Farmer?
Oh, yeah.
Bill said he wanted to do Dirt Farmer and maybe Sweet Melinda, so we'll see if we can get those done here. I'm an old dirt farmer, scrape a living from the soil. Like my father before me, I labor and toil. But my father said, son, you should move away. He said, farm life is dying. Son, please don't stay. So I moved to the city and I tried to fit in. But I thought of my father and how the crops would get in. And I could hear him say, son, you should move away. He said, farm life is dying. Son, please don't stay. I returned for a visit, but I was too late. My father lay dying, and I knew it was fate. But he turned and said, son, you should move away. But I just couldn't leave him, and he knew I would stay. Now I'm an old dirt farmer, scrape a living from the soil.
Like my father
before me, I labor and toil. Got choked up on the last line there. Couldn't even talk. Always something. Just always something.
Beautiful song.
All right, you want to try Sweet Melinda?
We can try it. Well, my sweet Melinda of the mountain, I recall the day I met her on the mountain in the fall, Come springtime, we were married in a church house. Our love grew the summer long. Little did I know, my sweet Melinda, in one short year she would be gone. And my sweet Melinda of the mountain, I recall I met her on the mountain in the fall. Now I kneel by her graveside in the valley, listening to the lonesome crickets call. Can't help but cry and remember how I lost my Melinda in the fall. And my sweet Melinda of the mountains, I recall the day I lost her on the mountain. Now I'll cry forevermore. Now I'll cry forevermore,
Nice job. Well, I see the screens are freezing up according to a lot of people out there, and that's not unexpected considering how many network problems we've had this morning. So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night. You know it's going to work perfect right up to the moment we go live, and that's the way it's going to be. And, you know, it's already going to be like that, so I might as well just get used to it. Such a pain in the neck. It really is. It's just not easy being me. Anyway, let's go through the comments and see where we're at here. I don't know if there's much point in reading the comments before we went live because it was a long time before we went live. Let's see. Moving down. Just looking for any other type of comments. And Dennis Moon says, I saw a plaque in Cracker Barrel in Spring Hill, Tennessee that said, Grandpa's can fix it. He can fix anything. I thought about buying it for Jerry. Should have. Well, that's what my grandkids, especially the two youngest ones, they say, well, take it to Grandpa. Take it to Grandpa. Whenever something breaks at home. Let's see. C.L. Varvel. I'm probably skipping somebody, and I'm sorry if I am. Where's Jerry? I hope he's okay. Oh, yep. Well, there you go. Let's see. Yeah, more computer talk there. So let's skip. After we went live, I'm just skipping through a lot of this. And Ronald Tutt says, yeah, he did it. I'm not sure how well we did it, but we did it. Loud and clear. Let's see. You're working now. Okay. Moving on down. It's that super chat comment. Okay. Whatever that is.
Talking about how much they take out of the super chats.
Oh, yeah, probably. David Tharp. Yeah, oh, yeah, because I said what I said about the super chats. Yeah, they're nailing me. Well, it could be, except that they are actually nailing my whole network. I don't know how they did that, but they probably could. David Tharp, I think the dry erase board is the most remarkable invention there is. Okay. There you go.
I don't get that one either.
Dry erase board is okay. All right, we'll move on down. I didn't get that one. Beautifully done, Jerry. Oh, thank you. Great song, I think Preston Johnson's trying to say there. I won't say what he actually wrote.
Let's don't go there.
Walt Willard, great opening song. Well, thank you. Dottie Hildebrand, maybe, Jerry, need to hold your tongue just right. Yeah, that's what my mom always said, but she would say hold your mouth just right. You need to hold your mouth just right. Well, that's why my mouth moves when I play. I can't help it. Dottie Hildebrand, Eddie knows the video. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm sure Eddie would know which video that mandolin was on. There's no doubt. Zappa, Jerry, after the vlog, check your Windows update history. Yeah, that's all been done. It's a hardware problem with the network because I had to go all the way down to the shop, and both routers up here were red, and so it's got nothing to do with Windows. It's something to do with the network. David Tharp, to err is human, but to really mess things up, it takes a computer. Boy, that is a fact. I've known that my whole life. Simon Jardine, sorry I missed it, Jerry, but what is the wheelhouse for? The wheelhouse. Well, the water wheelhouse. Surely by now, Simon, you've heard me say, because you're on every vlog, so I've been talking about the water wheelhouse for a long time. It is it's just a decoration, really. I'm not planning to do anything with it. Just, I've got a generator that I made that I'm going to stick on it and make a little bit of electricity and maybe power some lights and maybe power a fountain out there in the pond, but that's about it. Ronald Todd, forks on the Bobcat will move that wall. Yeah, I know they will. It's a pretty big wall, though. It's 10 feet long, and it's almost 9 feet tall. And so the forks are about 4 foot wide. And if you've ever moved it or driven a Bobcat, they jerk a lot. And, like any rock, you'd think, well, they'd ride fairly smooth with those tracks. But any rock you go over, those rollers go over that rock, and it just bounces you like this. It's just nuts. And there's lots of rocks in the driveway.
I like that comment, Preston Johnson. He says, I love Bill in the background. Reminds me of a full-grown Caleb.
Yeah. Yeah, you need a one,
red bandana.
You need a bandana around there. Then there's Caleb. Let's see. Dennis Moons. Wow, Bill, great song. Great job.
So no YouTube channel in my future. I am not computer illiterate enough for something like that.
Yeah. David Tharp, if anyone else's picture hanging up and jumping. Oh, yeah, well, the screen, I'm sure it's because we're going out really slow. I'm sure that's what it is. Dottie says, great message on yours, Bill. And let's see. Freezing. Let's move on down. Let's see. Kathy says, I hope I'm not mistaken, but I thought in one of your videos you mentioned today, June 26th, was Sue's 50th. No, it's our 48th wedding anniversary. And I think it was the 50th for Vic and his wife. I know it was real close to that. I don't know. They may have been, maybe it was more than 50. I'm not really sure. But anyway, their anniversary is today also. So happy anniversary, Vic. That's all I know for sure. I can't keep everything straight. And I'm even amazed I even remembered that. But thank you for a happy anniversary, but it's our 48th today. We were married in 76. 6/26/76, which was exactly 1 day and 100 years after Custer got slaughtered. I'm sure there's no correlation there. I'm just sure there's none. Preston Johnson, Rosa is only a stage name. Tell grandkids real family name is MacGyver.
They probably wouldn't get that.
That was 4 decades before they were born. But yeah, I know where you're coming from. Yeah. People at Bell called me MacGyver all the time because even at Bell, I would fix stuff up there that, I don't know, just anything and everything. If somebody's chair would break, I'd go over and fix it, or whatever. I fixed everything up there at Bell too.
We had at our shop the other day, the toilet wasn't flushing right, and they were like, "We're going to have to call somebody." I said, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "Just replace all the guts in the back of it. It's just wore out." They said, "Oh, you can do that?" I said, "I'm 62 years old. I can replace the guts in the back of a toilet." So they sent me to Walmart with a credit card. I got the stuff. I came back. I fixed it, and they're like, "I can't believe you fixed it that quick." I was like, it's not rocket science. They want to call somebody. They want to call a repairman for everything.
Yeah, most of the stuff that gets fixed, first of all, most of it, when you have a problem with something, almost always, it's more simple than you think it is. You always think it's the worst possible scenario, but generally it's some simple problem. Just like with this network, it's probably some little simple, stupid thing. Like it's probably my darn cable between there and here, because it seems to be working fine in the shop. It's just frustrating. It'd just be my luck that I'd get a bad cable, that'd just be normal.
Yeah, I put off putting a power steering pump on my truck for over a year because I was just dreading it because I'm not a mechanic. And I finally got out there and just did it, and I was just kicking myself because to me it was easy and I should have just done it. I think that's mine.
Oh, that's your phone? I hear a phone. I hear something. Yeah, most of the time it's always a lot easier than you think. Well, just like on the Ranger just recently, I kept dreading tearing that front end off of there. It took me 30 minutes. I mean, it was like 30 minutes, and it was. I was expecting again it to be the worst scenario, and it turned out all I needed to do is just replace that little stupid axle, and it's back up and going. Yeah. Anyway, so I encourage anybody and everybody to try doing stuff. Just try. I mean, you don't know what you can do till you try. Yeah, you'd be surprised what you can do. Let's say, and especially if you watch some videos. I mean, like you can at least well, do I want to tackle that or not? Like for instance, that screen on that laptop. That was touchy. I'll admit it's touchy, but I've been there a bunch of times in my life. I know what I was going to get into. So that didn't bother me. Now, you maybe never done anything like that before. Maybe not. Maybe that wouldn't be the best thing to jump into. But if you've taken apart computers and, radios and things, then changing that screen out ain't that big a deal. You could do it.
Well, the thing about the power steering pump was
estimates from 3,000 to 8,000, 7,000, somewhere in there. 3,000 to 7,000 is the ones I remember. Sue said we had one higher than that. But anyway, and they said you have to take the whole front end grill off. You have to take to get to the radiator, you have to drain that. You have to take the whole inside something else off. And I don't know, there was a bunch of things. And I thought, well, I can get to the radiator drain by taking off this little thing on the top up here. Then you have to reach your arm way down there, and you have to have a special made tool to turn it. And I made my special made tool, and I reached down in there and did it. And I did the whole thing in an hour and a half, compared to their 8 or 10 hour estimate that they had in their book. Whatever. Ridiculous. Just completely ridiculous.
Bill clarified the dry erase board remarkable invention. Well, that went right over my head.
There you go.
Sorry, Bill.
Yeah, well, I think
If you had been here this morning, you would
yeah, my brain's pretty frazzled. I'm seriously telling you, you would not believe the hoops I was jumping through to get this to work this morning. I tried everything. Let's see here. The Freeze says, I'd like to hear the year Clayton Delaney died.
That's a good one.
Well, I wasn't going to take any more song requests, but I'll write it down. I do that song.
The Clayton Delaney. No, you're right. Remember the year Clayton Delaney died. They say for the last 2 weeks that he suffered and cried. Yeah, that's good. That's a good tune.
Let's see here. Who requested that again? Now I've already lost my place.
The Freeze.
I can't even see it. I don't see the Freeze on there, but I'm taking your word for it. But where's he at?
Yeah, that's right.
Right there.
Yep.
Gee whiz. I can't. I lose my place. I can't find it. I am just the worst reader on the planet. Okay, that's Jerry Freeze. Let's see. DE, I think the pond is more appealing as a reflection pool. No fountain, please. Well, maybe. I don't know about that. We'll see. I just got it. Dry erase. Okay, yeah. Remarkable. Yeah, I got it. If he'd have hyphenated it way out, I would have realized there was a problem, or, there was something going on with that word. But I just glanced over it. Like I said, I don't read well anyway. Ronald Todd, Jerry, you might need a power booster to up the amperage from the shop to the man cave. Yeah, you shouldn't need that with a fiber optic cable. It should go for 1,000 feet without any boost or any problem. We're only 300 feet, and I only have a little bit of extra cable on that. I mean, like if I had another 100 feet extra or something, that might be a problem, but I've only got maybe 20 feet extra, so it should be fine. I mean, fiber optic is the speed of light. It should work, and it's not working. In fact, our speed up here is just not that fast. It should be faster. Gary Hayden, Jerry, explain again how to get donations to the band tomorrow night via PayPal. How do it to flag it? I'll see if there's anything I can do in the video to give you a link or something. But I think all you have to do is just go to PayPal and say, send money, basically paypal.com, and just say send money to an email address. And it's just rosastringworks@gmail.com. It should be very easy, actually. Then again, I'll look it up today. I'll try to remember and try to have something prepared and put it in the description. I'll try. Will I get it done? I don't know. Will I remember to get it done? I don't know. But I'll try. Gary Hayden. Jerry, explain. Okay, there. Sorry. Thursday concert from the workshop. Yeah, I may have to do it from the workshop. I might have to, because it's just driving me crazy. And at least it would be guaranteed, I think, that way. I shouldn't say that out loud. Yeah, I shouldn't say that at all. Dennis Moon, for any easy job, just allow 5 minutes and add 14 hours and you'll be done.